receive, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. For I can't help falling in love with.
Why don't I get you? I listen to soul, babe. Listen to blues.
This is our time to look to the future.
Why don't I get you? I listen to soul, babe. Listen to blues.
To define our city,
Every other time
To embrace who we are,
I was there.
and to sell that to the world.
We welcome new ideas and people.
Every other time
We represent the nation's collective spirit.
I was right.
We invite Australians to discover something about themselves.
Our ability to link education, research, and business.
puts us at the forefront of big ideas.
We're a vibrant city.
A connected community.
A great place to work and live.
A place of entrepreneurs.
Creatives. And the next generation of policymakers.
A place to learn,
To play.
To grow.
A place of brilliant possibilities.
Summarize again for you the reason why you should choose to study in Canberra. So the first reason is Canberra is the world's most livable city. So you can see from the map here, Canberra is in the middle between Sydney and Melbourne, and it takes you about 3.5 hour driving from Sydney to Canberra. As well, if you want to take the flight, it takes you only 45 minutes. And also at this moment, ACT, the state where Canberra is located, having the regional scheme for the international student. So the student only can take about 3 years to find job and work in Canberra, instead of only having 2 years after graduate like in Sydney or Melbourne. And also Canberra is the vibrant, safe and healthy and modern city. It's ranked one of the most livable city by the OECD, as well as the top student city by QS ranking. And also the student graduate from the University of Canberra can have the highest employment prospect as well as the salary rate. It's about 88.8% of the student graduate from UC can get the job right away. And you can see here in the chart, it is like in the chart that you can see that Canberra ACT is one of the states having the highest payment for the student after they graduate. Okay, let's go to the second reason why you should choose to study with the University of Canberra. So UC is the young and ambitious university that is highly ranking. So you can see from the screen. So University of Canberra is ranked one of the top 10 university in Australia at this moment by the Time Higher Education in 2019, and it's ranked also top 1% in the world by QS ranking. And UC also has a lot of ranking in terms of academic area. So in the next slide, we will see what like faculty or what program you should study with us. So you can see we have the clinical and preclinical health ranked in the top 150 in the world at this moment. And secondly, we have the education faculty ranked in top 176. And finally, we have the business law and government faculty ranked in top 200 in the world. But last but not least, we have actually total five faculty. So let's go with the first faculty in the next slide. We have the Faculty of Business, Government and Law, which is a faculty quite popular with the Southeast Asia student. So it can bring in the BGL faculty, we have a lot of program. For example, the marketing, the advertising, the finance and accounting program, the event and tourism program, which can lead you to a lot of prospective outcome career. You can be an accountant, a lawyer, or even like a financial analysis after study with UC. And I want to emphasize the two programs you should study in this faculty, which is the International Business Program and the International Relations Program. Because UC is located in Canberra, which is the capital of Australia, so that's why you're going to have the benefit of studying with the professional as well as working internship in the international organizations and meeting with all of the policy maker working in Canberra. So we come into the second faculty, one of the top ranking at this moment that I want to introduce to you. Okay, we have the Faculty of Health. The Faculty of Health is the top 150 in the world, and we have several programs which is very popular at this moment, which is nursing program, physiotherapy, occupational therapy, psychologists, and also pharmacists. So the benefit of studying the health programs in UC is because you have the ability to practice as well as doing internship in our own hospital. So the next slide will show you the picture of our hospital. This hospital is launched in 2018, and it can serve it can accommodate maximum like 140 patients at the same time, but also can serve the real patient in ACT. The students study the health program is required to work 3 hours per week as the practitioner hour. As well as after that, they're going to have the benefit to do internship in our hospital and our medical hub. And finally, after graduate, they're going to have the chance to work in our hospital. So not all of the university in Australia at this moment can do that. Okay, the next faculty I want to address to you is the Faculty of Art and Designs, and I'm so happy that we have a lot of Thailand students at this moment study this program with us. So in Art and Design program, the differentiation of our University of Canberra with other university is we have 98% of the graduate from our faculty, Art and Design faculty, can have a job right away. And the several career outcomes they can look for is the PR specialist, the advertising managers. They also can be the architecture or the graphic designer or interior designers. So we have all of the program with the best integrated working component in the programs to prepare for the student for the real workplace. So that's why they are so ready and easy to get a job right away. So the fifth like faculty, which we want to provide you the best career outcome at this moment in ICT is the faculty. That's the fifth faculty. This is the fourth faculty, which is the Faculty of Education. Faculty of Education is the top 176% in the world for UC, and the popular program you may want to look for is a Master of TESOL program, Master of Education, where they can help the student to have the good career outcome in terms of teaching and also in terms of teachings and also work in the education field. So the only difficulty about this program is the student is required to have high. Okay, so yes, you can cut my. Yes. Okay, so sorry, we have a little bit like technical problem. So in terms of Faculty of Education, I would like to promote you the Master of TESOL program. This is one of the best-selling program at this moment because it's the 2-year program. We require no experience in terms of education, and we also don't require you to have the qualification in terms of education to start this program. So it's one of our best selling program in Faculty of Education at this moment. The only difficulty that you may face up with in terms of education program is you need to have the IELTS 7.5, no band score less than 7, speak and listening 8.80, so you can be eligible to study this the programs. Okay, let's come to the Faculty of Science and Technology, which I already mentioned with you. That is one of our the faculty can bring you the best career outcome in ICT at this moment. So in our Faculty of Science and Technology, our best-selling program is the IT program. The IT program and the software engineering program. But also this year we launched a new majors in the Bachelor of IT program, which is the robotic and artificial intelligence majors. Also, we launched the Master of Data Science last year, where they can lead to the outcome of data administrator or data analysis. So it can bring you a very good career outcome in ICT. Okay, and now we need to know what is the entry requirement for you to enter our programs. So we come to the next slide. We can see the academic entry requirement for Thailand student. So if you are looking for the undergraduate program, we require you to have the O-NET score average of 34 and need the IELTS equivalent to 60 for all bands. And if you want to look for our master degrees, you need to completion an AQF equivalent bachelor degree, and also you need to have IELTS standard equivalent to 6.5 with band score ingredient band score less than no band score less than 6. Okay, we will also have the entry requirement for foundation and diploma program as on the screen. The intake that you may want to look for, we have the two main intakes are the February intake and August intake. Except for our diploma program, we will have the three semester, which is the October intake. So please remember this time, this is intake, so you can arrange your application timeline. Okay, so if you are the Lao student, we also have some of the information about the entry requirement you need to achieve. So let's come to the next slide. So for Lao student, we require you to have the upper secondary school baccalaureate mark below 6 you will study our foundation program. If it's equal or above 6 in 4 academic subjects, you will study our diploma programs. So any high school student in Laos, you may want to look at your upper secondary school's mark before you know that which program you should look for. So after you study our diploma program, then you can be qualified to study our undergraduate program. For intake, also we have 2 main intake, February and August, and also for the diploma intake we have the October intake also. So let's remember it. So any student who have international qualification, for example IGCSE or IB or others international degree, please kindly have sent your transcript as well as your degree back to AIC for pre-assessment, and they will advise you the pathway you will study with UC. Okay, now we will look at some of our options for pathway programs. The next slide will indicate all our programs in our college. So we will have 4 programs in our college. First one will be the English program, which called ELICOS program. So it is the English program for the student who don't have enough IELTS to enter our main programs. So we can we have the option from 5 weeks to 20 weeks for you to study with us. So 10 weeks will be equal to 0.5 IELTS. So if you like a 1 band score IELTS is equal to our 20 weeks of ELICOS. The second program will be the foundation program for the student who finished the grade 11 in Thai, or the student who finished the high school in Laos and they have the score below 6, so they have to go through the foundation program. It is the 1-year program and it requires you 5.5 IELTS, no band score less than 5. The third program is a diploma program, but we will have the different major related to different faculty that the student want to study with. So it ranging from 8 months to 12 months. So we will have diploma of business, diploma of communication, diploma of design, diploma of health, diploma of IT, diploma of science, and finally diploma of network and software engineer. So remember, you have to check out if your diploma program will lead to your main program after, because with some of our program we will not have the pathway through diploma to our main program. For example, if you apply for Bachelor of Nursing and you don't have the enough academic score to get direct entry, you cannot study through our diploma of health, but you have to study through our foundation. Again, if you are not sure about what is the pathway program you're going to study with us, please kindly have sent the transcript as well as the degree back to AIC for pre-assessment. So finally, we will have the graduate certification in academic foundation for the student who don't have the bachelor degree equivalent to AQF bachelor degree in Australia. So they may look for graduate certification program as a pathway program, and it's a 6-month program and also only lead to some of our program in business, art and design, and IT. So please kindly check out with AIC about the pathway you should follow. And now, after we go through the first reason about the location of Canberra, as well as the second reason about the good ranking of Canberra, now we come into the third reason why you should study with us. So we UC is the provide the professional and distinctive degree that nurture highly competitive graduate. So I have to mention with you that UC is one of the institution at this moment having the highest level of industry-based learning in our program. So you will have like work placement or project capstone unit in every degree. And also the student graduates with us will enjoy some of the highest graduate employment rate and starting salary in Australia. So you can see that the student from UC will have the 88.8% career prospect after graduate and can earn minimum 61,200 Australian dollar per year after they graduate. And I already mentioned with you that the students studying in Canberra can have 3-year post-work visa. So if 3-year post-work visa multiple with 61,200 salary after graduate, you can see that UC is one of the best solution for return investment for studying abroad. Also, we will have the very high level and high experience academic staff who have the strong link to the industry to help a student to find a job after they graduate and provide them very good insight while they studying with us. And every course is very flexible and adaptable with the industry. So if we design our program with the latest industry developments. Those students will have the most updated knowledge to be prepared to go to work right after they graduate. Okay, so come to the fourth reason. So here we will have the example of our Bachelor of Nursing program, and you can see that we have only 8 units for introductory unit, but we have exactly 14 units for practice core, and we have 3 units capstone. So the practice core as well as the capstone unit are the units as a student not just need to study the theory but also need to do the practice as well as to do the real case in the hospital. So that's illustrates why our program is so well prepared for the student. So let's come to the fourth reason why you should study with UC. UC is an UC degree is the soundest financial investment. So you already know that our student can earn the highest level of part-time salary for part-time job as well as a job after graduate. So you also need to know that we also provide a student very good tuition fee at this moment, starting from 24,400 per year to maximum 34,000 Australian dollar per year. And also we will give you a variable discount or scholarship to help you to reduce the financial burden when you study abroad. And again, I will emphasize on the 3-year post-work visa at this moment for ICTs, the international student. And last but not least, we need to addressing the accommodation fee as well as the living cost in Canberra. So if you choose to study if you choose to live in the on-campus accommodation, you will have the very reasonable price starting from $145 per week. And if you choose to live outside, you can see from the screen which is the average renting fee compared between the big city in Australia. So Canberra is one of the 2 cheapest cities at this moment for renting fee. So it takes you only $200 for renting fee if you study in Canberra. So in total, you're gonna need to have to pay about $300 to $350 per week for living costs in Canberra, which is one of the most affordable living costs in Australia at this moment. And now let's come to the scheme that you want to know the most, which is a scholarship. So at this moment, you see you're gonna have 2 scholarship provided for the international student. Firstly, it is a 10% student scholarship applied for a total duration. So the GPA you only require 5 out of 7 to achieve that scholarship. So it's very easy to achieve. So if you want to know if your score is good enough to have 10% scholarship, you can send your transcript back to AIC for convertible your GPA. The second scholarship is the 20% scholarship. It also require higher GPA. So you need to have at least 6 out of 7 GPA to get 20% scholarship apply for all total duration. And also if you need to convert your score to see if you are qualified for this scholarship, please send this application and your transcript back to AIC. Okay, and next we will have the fifth reason why you should choose to study with UC. So UC have the safe and friendly and supportive UC community. So again, we offer the very good accommodation fee starting from 145 Australian dollar per week, and also one of the special point is we guarantee the accommodation to all new student and continuing student. So we have 4 accommodation building inside our campus: UC Lodge, Copper Lodge, Wheaton Lodge, and Campbell West. So all of them are very modern and well equipped for the student. So please kindly check out for if you want to after you apply for UC, you actually can have the accommodation all the time. So also our community, let's talk about the international community in UC at this moment. So we have about 3,000 international students at this moment on our campus with more than 100 nationalities. And also we have more than 80 international student clubs at this moment, ranging from academic to sport and to cultural field. So if you are interested in any kind of club, you can also apply to be the member. And you can see from our screen here, we have the front page for our international student. And if you are Vietnamese, you also have the Vietnamese society. If you interested in swimming club, we also have a swimming club for you. And finally, we have the VRUC community group, which hosted by the university. So all of the students can like and subscribe to this kind of page to get info into our international community. First, to engage themselves and to adapt to the new environment. Secondly, can enrich themselves with our workshop provided by the university. Also, during the COVID time, they can raise their voice about what they want what support they want from our university. They can attend the quiz to make them feel more engaging while studying online from home. So that why that's how supportive the community are to our international students at this moment. And we also provide other student services for the international student. We can turn to the next slide. So besides from the support the service, for example, the library, the career service, the medical clinic, we also have the fitness, cafe, and bank available on campus. And also we have the grocery shop if the student want to cook inside the accommodation. And also we have the restaurant and bookshop available, open 24 hours and 7 days. And during the COVID time, we also have the next following service for the student to use. So let's come to the next slide. So you can see first we have the free food pantry for the student. So it can accommodate 4 people for people family, and it's available for every week for the student to register with our campaign. And secondly, we provide the free influencer shot for the international student for free. And finally, we also had the Student Empowerment Fund collecting the donation from the community as well as the staff to support the student go through the financial hardship because of the COVID. And also our ACT state assigning the budget to the University of Canberra to support the international student. So any student want to search for the fund to go through the COVID time, they can send an email to our UC enhancement center, and they based on their request, we're going to assign the amount of money for them to support their living cost at this moment. So it can ranging from 700 to more than 1,000 Australian dollars. Okay, so last but not least, which is the sixth reason why you should choose UC. UC is actually the university who investing in the future of the student. So now that's the reason why we built up the UC hospital to get the student have more practice and more the part-time job during studying the health program with us. Also, the student can get the benefit of the checking their health for free within our hospital as well as the clinic. Also, because of the COVID time, but also the trend to the world at this moment, which is a digital trend, we start to have like this project for digital transformation in our studying activity, and also having the online component in every program, so the student can get familiar with studying online, how to apply to use the digital tool to apply into their studying and learning and for future use in career. And last but not least, we have the best field sport e-sport lounge. We have the best sport lounge in UC at this moment. So you can see the picture here is equipped with the high modern facility, and also it has a lot of benefit for the international student while they want to do the sport as well as studying the sport program with us. So that's all of the 6 reasons you should choose UC. You should not just have the good environment for you to study, but also it has a high ranking and it has a good it has a good financial solution for you, and finally it care about your future. So let's study with us, and feel free to send any question you have to AIT team and me with the contact detail above, and then we can do the pre-assessment for you. So thank you so much for your watching today, and I hope to see more of you in the next intake with the University of Canberra. So thank you so much.
Watch the video at first that.
Why don't I get you? I listen to soul, babe. Listen to blues.
This is our time to look to the future.
Why don't I get you? I listen to soul, babe. Listen to blues.
To define our city.
Every other time.
To embrace who we are.
So now they're watching it on.
And to sell that to the world.
That's why,
We welcome new ideas and people.
Every other time.
We represent the nation's collective spirit.
I was right.
We invite Australians to discover something about themselves.
No, they're not.
Our ability to link education, research, and business
Puts us at the forefront of big ideas.
We're a vibrant city.
A connected community.
A great place to work and live.
A place of entrepreneurs.
creatives, and the next generation of policymakers.
A place to learn,
To play,
to grow.
a place of brilliant possibilities.
Thank you.